Hello everybody, welcome to another vlog. Today it's me, Pierre Farrugia, and today I am in Malta, and today I wish to show you some of the dangers that there are in this area, so people will take care and not hurt themselves, or even worse, die, as it happened last year. First of all, I want to thank my sponsor as always that keep me safe, which is Zoleo, the satellite receiver and the SOS device, and also want to thank one of my biggest viewers, and he also is sponsoring this channel by sending some donations in the Buy Me a Coffee app. Thank you, Adam Morris, I really appreciate you. I hope that you and your family have amazing time seeing my videos, and hopefully if you come once in Malta you have a cheese on me, and thank you for your kind donations. And today, as usual, is windy, lot of wind, but I came to the south area of the island, which is relatively calm, but let's enjoy this kayak. And it's super hot, as you expect here. Here we are in St. Thomas Bay, and we're going to visit the first dangerous place here in St. Thomas Bay. People think it's safe, people will go under it because it's shady, but it can even take your life, as it happened to a very young woman last year. May she rest in peace. I just noticing here in front of me what a cool graffiti there is here, along all the wall. If I show you, it's from there all the way up there, and he did it in good skill, but it's also beautiful. It has a lot of Maltese singers, very nice, and it makes this place more colorful and more, how you say, like by the sea. I like it. Another important feature, I know that today I will talk to you about the dangers of the cliffs that surrounds this area, but people going with the kayak must observe the simple safety rules, which only one day can save your life, because when you need it most, then it's too late to think, oh, if I got the life jacket on. You don't know when you're going to hit by a boat or capsize, or maybe become unconscious, and this one can save your life. So you need a good PFD. Me, I also use the satellite receiver, so sharing can track exactly where I am, and if something happens I can flick the SOS press even if I don't have mobile reception, and they come to save me. Although you have to use this first and be safe. I also have my mobile in a waterproof case here, just in case I capsize and lose the kayak. I also have a knife, which is in here, and I have a buoyancy aid for the pedal, a pedal float, so if I capsize, and I even, since this is a sitting kayak, have a pump and even a bucket to remove the water. You can say I'm overdoing it, but you only have one life, and you have your loved ones waiting at home, so it's always worth it. I have capsized once till now. It was in Comino, and it was not pleasant, because you can practice a lot, and with this you need to practice. But once it happens and it's rough water, it's another story, and you have boats passing, and you're in the middle of the channel and everything, so it's no fun. So always be safe. And now we are getting to that area that I told you about. Let me show you. These cliffs here all the way around that we are going today, they are very fragile by the sea, and often rocks will drop from here and even can injure you, or worse, even kill you. And I will show you this part because people sometimes tragedies pass and then people forget, and it's not worth it. Here I can see that these cliffs here are giving way, and you can find a lot of stones. I have to say that thanks to a local vlogger, made a lot of pressure on the authorities here, and now it has been, we have fence, we have signs and everything, but people still come by. And you can see now, even there are boys who are white and black, so people, it's cordoned off. Take great care, because people come here for shade, and rocks can fall from above and even kill you, as happened last year. This area all has been cordoned off. So don't confuse the white and black with the orange ones that they are swimming zone. This is not a swimming zone, see. This is keep off area. Let me show you better. Here we have the battery up here. It was like World War II or before. And as you can see, this area here, it's all breaking off. You can see all the pieces from above the ceiling, and the concrete down here. A girl was having some shade here, stones fell off and killed her. So take great care, safety first. And do check places like this, because yesterday I saw in the news that people got lost in with Babu, because for us, maybe Maltese, it's there's one way you can, but if you do some research, I have plenty of videos of that area. Do some small research so you can know where to pass and use your common sense, which is always the best tool. So now let's head to another spot, and I'm sure we'll find it full of people. It is the Munxar Window that is falling apart, and one day this will fall on somebody, or let's hope that never falls on somebody, because that will kill them all. But now let's head up there. It's a little bit choppy today, but inside here not that bad, and even windy. But I came here because if the sea gets rougher, it's easily here to get my kayak on land and head home. Let's go into another bay and check this area out. This is a very small beach here, and as you can well see, all this area, it's eroding off. It's rocks. If you stay on the right side, it's very safe. But let me show you this side here, especially the top part, is all eroded off, and you can see even rocks everywhere here on this part. And the problem is that people will stay on the, next to the wall to get some shade, but there is the most dangerous part. So if you come here, you see these rocks will all fall off eventually. So take great care. If you come to this side, it's safe. To this side, these rocks, when you see rocks like this, loose rocks, it means falling rocks. So take care. Let's move to the next spot now. Now let's leave this small beach behind us and go to the next step. Now we are paddling against the wind, but it's nice. It feels cold, not cold, cool. It's different, because nothing will feel cold today. It's so hot. But on my right, you can see this nice pillbox. I really love this area, but one has to take great care. Another thing that I wanted to show you was, maybe some of the locals will know. Here you will see a lot of holes in the wall, and for sure these are man-made. Could this be done to do some steps? Because you can find them here, you can find them in that area there under the pillbox. You will find a lot of them. So if anybody of you knows the origin of these holes, because I'm sure they are man-made, let me know in the comments. It will be interesting for me and even to my viewers. In front of me there is the Munxar Window, which every time I come the top part is being eroded off. But first, let's go on this area here, which has its dangers as well. You can see here on this side of the pillbox, the rocks as they are all eroding off. But if we have a look on this side, it's even worse. First of all, it has soil in the rock, and it's all broken down. So if you stay at least 3 to 4 meters away, I think it's going to be safe. But getting more close is even more dangerous. I will show you this part here. If you see here, the cracks are from the side and from the top and from the bottom. It's waiting to go down. And places like this can be very dangerous, because if you see, the shade is under the wall. People will go under the wall. Let me show you. Look at the cracks there. If you see cracks, it's all cracked here, cracked here, cracked here. It's all cracked down. And what happens? People come here in the shade, and they will end up with the rocks on top. Now I have fish my gag and have to take care not to capsize here because of the small waves. But as you can see here, all of it is cracked up. Here you can see how much cracks there are. And if you go down there, it's full of small rocks that shows you they are all white, and it shows that they are very recent. So you have to take care. Even there, it's cracked from top and from the bottom. What now? Let's go. Look at here also. Look how much cracks there are here. But now let's go and check the window, which is an attraction here, and is very, very dangerous. Very windy here now. Now let's head to the Munxar Window. I will not pass through. I told this last year that I will not pass again, because it's getting dangerous each time. And each winter, with the strong northeast waves here, every year I am praying God that it still holds on, but it's not for long. It's all broken down. This is the Munxar Window, and if you look closely, the upper part is all broken down. You don't need to be a geologist to understand. Last year I even dived down here, and it was full of rocks that they are falling down, and this is making this area crazily dangerous. Let me show you. If you look here, this part is all broken down to pieces. You see blocks. These cracks. It's in pieces, not solid. And that's why I decided that I will not pass under it anymore, and hopefully pass the message so others take care as well. But now, let's head from the other side. These cliffs here, they are all falling apart as well. You can see by the amount of small debris you will find under it that it's cracking down. But now let's focus again on the window. As usual, every time I come here, you can find people here swimming and taking photos. But one, as I'm telling you, must take great care. Because one day or another, this part will all fall off. And if you can look closely, the top part is like a balcony. It's coming out and it's going in. So many people will come to take photos exactly on the edges here, and the edges are not supported. From this side you can see the stem is all broken down as well, and a lot of debris under the stem, which shows this part here is all giving way. There the stem, where you can see all broken parts. Every time you come here, it's all cracked up. You can see crack in there, crack there, and here. Everywhere you look, it's all falling to pieces. People come here to swim. You can see even there are debris, which that's why it will fall. And the small rock on your head, it's a RIP, yeah? We don't play around it. But now let's go to the other side. Let's turn my kayak, leave the arch behind us, and start moving to another part here where people come to swim as well, and a lot of rockfall happens 100%, because going down here you can easily see them, especially if you go down with a mask. You can see all the debris on the bottom. This spot here is very popular with kayakers. But let me show you, hopefully. If you look here, it's full of rockfall. And all the part here, there's rockfall. I'm going to show you like this. Look how broken this part is. And here, it's full of debris. And it shows it, even this large rock. This part here is falling off. And there is the window. But now let's back off, not to capsize. It's not ready to capsize with this kayak. It will be a pain. This is the tipper of the Munxar. You can see a large rock there, broken down. You can see lots of rockfall there as well. And the Munxar window, it's full of people. Again. Well, now let's head to another spot where people like to swim. Until I can give you like a small bonus tip for people who don't know this area. And it's getting a little bit choppy now. Another good tip that I wanted to give you is, if you look exactly at the tip of the cliff, there is like a springboard. There is a very thin rock, and people don't knowing from the above will walk all the way up there to take photos, and they cannot imagine how dangerous it be, because it's very thin rock and fragile, and it can easily give way, and they will fall many meters, because it's a high cliff there. But now let's get a little bit away from the rocks here, because the kayak can easily capsize. Also here, passing this area in front of the cliff, you will find a very shallow reef that with the waves, one and a small kayak like mine can easily capsize. It's worthwhile to check a little bit this area, so you know which way to pass, because sometimes if you get caught in the top of the wave, it will capsize. The last part that I wanted to show you, and to show you how dangerous it is. This is the reef from the other side, and lately somebody pointed out that has been a massive rockfall, and it can happen all this area here, but now I'm going to check that out. But even here on this small shore where people come, will find rockfall. So coming here, take great care, because if a rockfall happens and you're here, some of the rocks are very big. And this is a popular spot here. But look at this. You see here, there are small rock falls, and many of them go into the sea, so people will not notice them. There, I will go there now, and it's very, it's full of it's a big rockfall, which we now going to check out. One doesn't have to be an expert to see a rockfall. And when you consider here, let me show you again how cracked up this face is, sooner or later a big rockfall will happen. And there it did actually happen, which I'm going to check now. But look at these rocks, how big they are. And seeing these cracks here, one can easily deduct that they fall from that part. But let's go and check that one. Here looks a little bit more shorter than the other part, but still it's very windy. And by the way, while editing and I see my head is coming like this, I see how much silly it is, but it's better silly but with a hat. And by the way, I forgot to give a big safety tip before when I was taking the kayak. Here the sun can be deadly, so take care to long sleeve or sun cream, a good hat, good sunglasses and plenty of water, because you can get dehydrated easily. You can see that there has been a big rockfall around. Imagine staying there and all this material drops on you. It could be very dangerous. And there's many places in this area. It will start creating like caves around, as the one we can see here in front of you on my left. But then the top part is even more fragile, and people who come here to take photos on the edge because it looks nicer, it makes it more dangerous. In front of me you can see that tower crane, and it has like a covering. From what I read, there are some old temples there, and I can see people digging the side there. It's amazing, yeah. And I heard that crane there is for safety and even to cover up the area. And this have been a very long time. Now let's have a better look at this area. Look at those cliffs here. And I think this is very recent rockfall, and it looks. But look how dangerous the top part is now. Because it's all broken down, or it's like this going out. You see? And now let's get outside. I don't want to be caught here in a rockfall. It will be silly to come here and telling you not to come here, and then I become the victim. Let's back off. And now I have to fight the wind. Hope you enjoyed this vlog. I have to thank, as usual, my sponsor, which is Zoleo, one of my biggest contributors, which is Adam Morris. Thank you again for donating in the Buy Me a Coffee app. Greatly appreciated. This will go always to new equipment, new clothes for me to go trekking, and some fuel. He didn't give me 1,000 there, but even if it was 1 cent, I still appreciate, and I thank you from my heart. Big thank you again. But now let's start heading home, because the wind is getting even worse.